that presents us to Peoria Gateway. So this is our 200-unit 2026 delivery project in Phoenix, Arizona. Peoria is a thriving suburb of Phoenix, just 12 miles away. So I would really call it just the Phoenix MSA, really. And beautiful design, beautiful look, very attractive for tenants who would want to live here. So the key reasons, we've already hinted at a lot of this, basically a prime location, right? This is a path of progress and it's hyper connected. There's so much growth along this corridor toward Peoria, which is Northwest Phoenix. It's a competitive asset. It's going to be a really, really nice project.
Estimated completion in 2026. That's when deliverables really drop off in the market, nationwide in this market as well, meaning we'll be probably one of the, if not the only, new construction delivered then, certainly in the sub-market, which is advantageous for many reasons. Large floor plans, 957 average, will definitely attract some of the top tenants in the market. The flight to quality, given where the rental market is now, tenants are allocating their dollars competitively, looking for larger units, nicer amenities, newer properties, and we're going to check all three boxes with this project. It is a beautiful property. This is going to be a gem in the neighborhood that is really squarely in the path of progress. I don't want to run through all the amenities here, but there's certainly going to be amenities that are going to attract really the top tenants: fitness, work from home, pool, and a whole hangout area, in addition to units themselves having top of the market features, appliances in terms of finishings in the kitchen and the bathrooms, as well as the living areas. And this will be a 20-month construction timeline. One of the benefits, though, Michael's group has proven really adept at going and constructing building by building, which gives us the benefit of leasing. As soon as you have a C of O on one building, you lease it up. Even if the next building is not complete yet, that'll enable us to actually have cash flow during a new construction project. You don't often see that. So let's talk about structure here. You'll have two classes of investors here, a B and reserve. B, 7% preferred return, which means B investors will have a 7% position before the GP sees anything. An 85-15 profit share. You may be used to 70-30. Again, one of the reasons for new construction is there is a higher rewards to share, allowing us to really share more of those rewards with our investors. Here at 85-15, with an 85 in favor of the Class B investor, $50,000 minimum there. For the reserve class, those of you investing at least $500,000 into the project, you will get an 8% preferred return and a 90-10 profit share. We offer both and are happy to explain more about the benefits of each investment class. Feel free to book a call with our team and we'll discuss what you can do personally as an investor. Unlike other deals where you may not see the slide, it's worthwhile for you to see what that total deal size is, where it's coming from, right? So there's land costs, and land here has already been purchased and fully entitled, by the way. It's often a risk you'll have in a new construction deal. Here, Michael's team has worked hard to get this deal completely entitled. What that means, there's no zoning risk. Some of the other legal risks that you might have in a construction deal are already in the rearview mirror here. That's some of those soft costs. You've seen $11.7 million. That also includes design costs, architecture costs, and then you have the actual hard costs, the actual costs of the materials to build the property. That a total of $61.5 million. Our disposition price, $86.7 million. That's $25 million in value we'll be creating over that 3-year period, a creation of value of $125,000 per unit.
And we're building it all in for $307 a door, and we're selling it for $433 a door.
Here's a good side map. Michael's team has done a great job designing this. I mean, it's a modern look, stands out from its competitors, again, with the goal of attracting the top tenants. A good look at some of the amenities here. On the ESG front, we are always looking for ways to help the environment while also generating revenue, and solar panels in some of the common areas and amenities are going to be kind of better for the environment, benefiting from the Phoenix sun while also making our property more eco-friendly. Again, top finishes here in the clubhouse, the lounge area. Again, this is hopefully convincing you guys why tenants will be willing to pay top dollar to live here. Now, again, a visual of the unit mix, a lot of one bedrooms. Now this, we mentioned before, this property is well located. It's got great connectivity to downtown on Grand Avenue, which is a thoroughfare that runs then through Glendale into downtown Phoenix. And this property really will attract a lot of young people looking for their own space, and therefore the one bedrooms we expect to be of high interest. 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms. You will have some people who want roommates. You will have some families. This unit mix is really profiled very well for the immediate market. And there are development timeline. There's a lot going on in the 3 years we're going to own this property. Again, we're already fully permitted. We're now at the top line, approaching the equity raise. And this is important because we lock in the financing right after this. And, the way the financing works is that everyone brings their money to the table. So our equity has to be in place in order for the lenders to put in their debt. And that really starts construction. During the 20 months of construction, we will be delivering those first units, 14 months in. At the end of the second line on the left, leasing begins while we finish up those last buildings. So we'll get tenants in place will start cash flowing earlier on, thanks to the way Michael has really planned the construction and the ways we're delivering these buildings. We'll let stabilize, hit stabilization, where we will get this thing fully leased. We'll be hitting market rents, burn off any concessions that we may use to rent at a more pace than the market might otherwise offer, and then sell this opportunistically after 3 years, fully stabilized, to a group looking to buy and pay top dollar for the nicest property and with the highest rents and the best tenants in the market.
This Peoria Gateway is located very close to entertainment centers, outlet malls, sports complexes, art museums, mixed-use development as well. Peoria, as a submarket of Phoenix, is considered a master plan community. It's a very attractive place to live in Arizona, one of the boom towns. We have universities nearby, sports complexes, major employers like Honeywell, which is an aerospace company. I mentioned Taiwanese Semiconductor, which is not too far away, all these other medical employers as well. So you got the Mayo Clinic of Arizona, which is nearby as well. Phoenix is also known for spring training for a lot of MLB. So the Peoria Sports Complex hosts both the San Diego Padres and the Mariners. The reason why we're sharing all this is because of the economic impact. Each thing has a couple $100 million of economic impact. They're building a private aviation park here. This is where people have private flights coming in and out. There'll be an industrial complex as well. Estimate the annual impact to be $1 billion. And that's coming online in 2026. There's a really nice food hall, community space, mixed use, restaurants, bars, retail space in a revitalized downtown. So when we're talking about path of progress, this just exemplifies what we're referring to. Peoria is like sort of a hub of medical. In real estate, we love having med and ed in our units. And so these are like people who are in the medical profession or educators, because usually very stable job situations. And so you can see here, we got Mayo Clinic, you got the Cigna Group, you got Banner, which is one of the largest medical hospital organizations in all of Arizona, all located within a short distance. New development, Honor Health is building this medical campus, 100,000 square foot facility with all these cancer care, physical therapy, GI, everything is all there. And this is all close to Peoria. We got mixed use coming as well. And Phoenix as a city is close to obviously Vegas, California, San Diego. So there's a lot of ex-plants who are leaving California and they're making Phoenix their new home. Scottsdale is considered like the crown jewel of Phoenix, which is very close by. You got Tucson, where University of Arizona headquartered. That's becoming a major city now. Flagstaff. So it's really the center of everything. And now we're going to get into Phoenix, the fifth largest city in the United States now, number one manufacturing hub. It's a number one silicon chip hub. And obviously the airport's starting to get more and more traffic and becoming a major player. The population growth is really the story here, right? Where population goes, there's jobs, and where there's jobs go, there's demand, and there's demand, there's people who want to rent. And so that is why we track these kind of things. We do demographic studies before we choose location. The population growth is also outgrowing the US in terms of where the fastest growing metros. We mentioned the net migration. This is one of the number one states for top MSA net migration. And here's the story of housing versus renting, right? On the left side, you see the average home price, $525,000, right? The national average is about $420,000. This is 25% above. Same thing with the rents. Rents, national average is about $2,000. We're at $1,367. So there's an opportunity for rent growth, and there's a lot of room because no one's going to want to pay this kind of housing prices. It's unaffordable for most people. And so this is really the arbitrage opportunity for us. Higher education is always a good sign for an attractive tenant base. And so you have Arizona, you have ASU, some of the top universities in the area, and you have all these other ones as well. And so some of the top employers, the medical space, we have Banner Health employing almost 9,000 people. We got Apollo Education Group, the University of Phoenix Online, that company that you've heard of, that's the parent company. Honeywell is a space aviation company. American Express is a financial company. We got St. Joseph's, another medical company. So a lot of diversity in the employer base and a significant amount of employment. The economic impact of the state is $78 billion. It accounts for almost 1 million jobs in the state. So it's powerful, and that's a good thing for a lot of our tenants. We mentioned Mayo Clinic, again, number one hospital in Arizona for the 12th consecutive year. Nationwide, there's multiple Mayo Clinics, one in Florida, one in Rochester, and one here in Arizona, $28 billion of overall impact. But the one in Arizona has about $4.7 billion of impact. And people come, there's medical tourism. People literally fly in from parts of the country just to get treated here at the Mayo Clinic. Intel just announced a couple years ago that they're going to build this $20 billion 2 fabrication plants where they're manufacturing these semiconductor chips. They refer to this as, there's Silicon Valley. This is called the Silicon Desert. Ton of jobs, a ton of impact. Amcor is a company that has a Peoria campus, and they're testing and producing chips for Apple computers at the Taiwanese semiconductor facility. The $1.2 billion of investment by Taiwanese Semiconductor, TSMC, they're planning on it bringing close to 80,000 jobs to Phoenix, which is amazing. Visitors spend $77 million per day across Arizona just seeing attractions in sight. This is a phenomenal new resort opening in 2025. It has Vegas-esque vibes, and it's essentially like a beach, luxury hotels, resorts, water park, concert arena, all in one place. It's $1 billion. They're going to open it up in 2025 next year. Super Bowl, we had it last year here, $1.3 billion. Impact. The Waste Management Open is one of the top PGA events out there, and more than 700,000 people come to Phoenix every year just to attend it. You got polo championships, Lake Pleasant. The interesting thing here is it provides $7.1 billion of GDP growth for the state, and a lot of benefits to the state for both for water preservation and for the income that it provides. State Farm Arena, $24.2 billion. The Phoenix Suns play here, and the Cardinals. Mattel just opened up a new adventure park. This is essentially like a Universal Studios kind of thing. It opened up this year, actually, 2024. They expect $13 million of impact per year. The NASCAR has a big facility. And then Lucid Motors, the electric vehicle company, $100 million of impact, 6,000 jobs were created. And the airport is really thriving, $44.3 billion. They've redone the whole airport. It's pretty amazing, and they have a lot of traffic. And now we're doing the planes, trains, and automobiles, so we got the investment in BNSF and the railways. So now we get to how you can invest. So guys, we presented a lot of data, a lot of research, a lot of information, thought processes on development and why it makes sense, timing, why we're choosing now, why we chose our specific partners, and really why this is the next part of Viking's strategy with existing assets now and developing assets. And so it's really a continuum of what we're offering as we expand who we are as a private equity company. So the way you can invest with us in this or any other assets would be the 1031 exchange, self-directed IRAs, cash. You can use 401ks, trusts. There's different ways to get involved. Click on the QR code, book a call, text Peoria. You can email us. We would love to answer all your questions. We have a whole team on standby. There's already been a lot of buzz and interest for the deal. So let's get you guys on a call with our team. We can go through detailed analysis, underwriting, anything you guys want. We want to show you. We want to open up the Komodo, show you exactly how we've thought about this deal. And we're excited. We think it's going to be a phenomenal project. It looks amazing already on the rendering. So thank you everyone for taking your evening and learning about this investment project, learning about Phoenix and Peoria as well. Guys, until next time, have a good night, be phenomenal.